Well, good morning, and thank you for joining. Today, we are going to take a look at what a typical Japanese apartment looks like empty. Yes, the studio is now cleared and ready for our next tenant to move in on Saturday, Sunday area. Oh, thanks, man. What's that for? For your apartment? Good morning, Vinh, and is that Wannamaker there? Hey, how are you, brother? And Peter L., good morning. How are you, sir? How's Canada treating you? I hope you're well. So yeah, I am, hey, Tim, how are you, brother? Woo! John, good morning. Yeah, still wearing a mask, situation's getting a little bit, more serious here, I guess, but just doing what my wife tells me to do. So, but yeah, we're going to take a look real quickly at a typical, Japanese apartment. Basically, I'm going to show you the studio empty now. I just came here today to get rid of the trash and clean up for the new tenant. Hey guys, I've missed you all. How are you, Josh? Long time. It's been a while. Hi, Indigo. Konaman, Mindy's mom. Hello, darling. How are you? As you know, I posted a video for the TD crew, the Shinkansen experience, I guess. I hope you guys liked it. I was kind of inspired to do something like that because Shinichi kind of does that on I Will Travel for Food. I wanted to test it out and see what it was like. Jackie, double sisters. How are you, Kranko? I'm wearing a balaclava. Oh, okay. You went for a fishing trip. Damn, eh? I like that train. Can you buy me one, please? Yeah, okay. If I got a few $1 million or $1 billion, I have no idea. Nice to see you, Karanko sister. I'm glad that you are here. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys around. It's not much, but to give you an idea of, what the typical Japanese person does live in here. Hi, Mom. You saw that I used your pasta. Oh, no, I haven't posted that video yet. Uh-oh. I did it on Instagram, though. I got a new video on food sessions coming up. I haven't titled it yet, but anyways, let's take you around to the studio area here, and I'm just sitting outside. It's a nice day, but it is a bit cloudy. So first off, this here is the front of the building, the parking area, and the garbage area. So basically, this is all the garbage and trash I threw out. I cut up a futon and some wood products, which are burnable, so you can actually throw these away. And it's nice to have a garbage area right in front of the building. This is basically the street area. You can see a bunch of apartment buildings down there. 7-Eleven is just down there. These are typical Japanese houses. Gotta love all the trees and the foliage. As we're walking around here, Jennifer says she loves the idea of drinking wine with Hiromi if you could cook for them. Yeah, I was kind of watching Jennifer's live stream before I started. This building also has like a small little garbage area. The blue nets obviously are for the birds that, they can't peck at the food. Today was burnable garbage day. Tomorrow, I'm not sure exactly what it is. But yeah, this is basically the apartment and another apartment there. But we're going to show you the studio where I am. Hey, A1. Now, every garbage area, even though it's kind of upside down, it does show you. I'll see if I can turn this around here. How do we turn that around? It's obviously, you can see they do give you some information on what days. So here we got like Monday to Thursday. Tuesdays is, these kind of things, spray cans, light bulbs, cardboard, And then down here is bottles, pet bottles or plastic bottles, you know, things like that on Friday. So, you know, trash here is serious, obviously, as you all know. And it is pretty cool that we do take care and recycle, just like everybody does in the world. So this is the actual apartment. It's the first time I think I've shown the outside of this apartment now. And the studio is right here, actually. It was right on the corner. And, you know, we do have a balcony here. So, of course, the aircon unit is there. And, you know, a decent sized balcony. This is basically where you would hang your laundry outside. And just as I walk around here, that is the inside of the studio apartment, which we're going to go in and take a look. Of course, it's a nice little area. Now here, you do have, most places do have like a bicycle parking area. This apartment here only has 3 parking spots, but we do actually have parking lots that people own and they rent out on a monthly basis. Of course, this guy, I have no idea why he parks his thing there, but this apartment building has 8 apartments. This is the mailbox area. You have a board there, but yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, please smash that like button. I would appreciate it. And basically, this is the door. Now, you do have a mail slot, which I'll show you on the inside in a minute. Mom, please take care. And yeah, we know why. Anybody that comes to the door, obviously, they got a bing bong. And there is a camera here. But as we open up the door, and I'm airing it out also for the tenant coming. The mail actually goes into this here. Now these are a pain in the ass, but you know, you can load up a bit of mail. And this here is the Genkan, or the entrance area. You know, you have a little tile floor, I guess, and then the rest is going to be the fake hardwood or the laminate. You do have a shoe area. You know, it is decent enough to keep at least some shoes, which, depending on how many shoes you have. Now, right in this door here, I have the electricity off, but this is the toilet area. It is separate from the shower, which I'll show you, but very typical toilet. It is a heated toilet seat with a bidet. So not too much. It's going to get a little dark. When you flush the toilet, the water actually comes here and goes inside. And that actually serves as a dual purpose. You can actually wash your hands if you wanted to. They do have a towel bar here. And of course, you have a simple shelf. So it's not like it's, you know, the greatest thing in the world. But I like the idea because of the fact that you know, you take a dump and you don't stink up the rest of the house. Yeah. Hey, Jovis Angel, how are you? I'll turn the camera around again. And we're just going to open up the door into the main living area. And basically, you're walking right into a kitchen. Now, this here has a 1-burner gas stove. A lot of people always ask like what this is here, and it's just like a splash guard. So A1 is saying it's interesting because I'm sure people could have easily hopped into your balcony. Oh, okay. You know, a single sink, a little bit of counter space, and that. So if you do cook a lot, it could be difficult, right? I'm just going to close the door behind me here. You do have some storage space. It's just an empty, basic cupboard, and it's not much, but you can make what you want. And that is it, guys. Like, you have a couple shelves. So you don't really have typical storage. This here would be where your refrigerator would be. And as I turn around, hey, Nigel, is that Nigel? Hey, Nigel. I'm going to turn the electric on just so you get a better look here. Of course, the electric breaker is up there. So again, I'm standing in the kitchen. That's the front door. And you basically walk into this area here. That's your bathroom sink. Your washing machine would actually go here with a hookup. You do have, quite enough space for one person. And then over here is your actual shower room. Now that's how small bathrooms are here, or bathtubs are here. Not very large. You do have a mirror. You can see me dancing. Woohoo! And you do have some space there. This here is actually the heater for hot water, or for drying. So you can set it all the way up to 8 hours, and then you have like all these different settings here for getting rid of the moisture in the shower room, to drying your clothes. You can actually dry your clothes hanging them up here, and the heater is right up there. So it's quite small. I'm going to shut the breaker off again. And then basically you're into your main living area. Now this was the studio. You guys all saw me on camera, and it's not very big at all, is it? So my PC was set up over here. I had a TV, and where I'm standing was the bed. You do have some pretty generous closet space, but you can see basically it's just basically a studio. Take care, sister. I hope you are well, Jackie. I miss you. I love you, girl. This here is your air conditioner and your heater for the winter. Not very much. And of course, this apartment came with a side window, of course, because we're on the corner. Most apartments would basically just have the balcony window here, and that is it. So again, you're looking out. This here is the aircon unit, and a little dirty, but I'll be washing that right after this live stream. And that is it, guys. Is your tenant moving in March 1st? Yes. Or February 29th. I'm not sure which day. We're good for everything. Just came here to clean up everything. I'm just checking to make sure everything is good. We will be having a cleaner come in tomorrow. I was thinking of changing some of the wallpaper, but I don't think it's necessary. Because I was worried about like little holes like this, but they're going to come in and what we call is refurbish. What is being washed, they will pretty much, we have like this is all wallpaper. So basically they can come in and sanitize all the wallpaper here. How do you feel about saying goodbye to the studio now that you see it empty? We're making money. For 14 months, we weren't making any money. So, yeah. Well, I'm not making money. The problem is that the appliances that we had were too old. So on Saturday, we have a new refrigerator, a microwave, and a washing machine coming. So that was a little bit of an investment that, just goes with everything. But over a year, we get that money back through the cost anyways, right? What is the monthly rental? It's $555 a month. A little bit expensive. We are close to Omia. But if you were in Omia for this apartment in this condition, you would probably be paying $650 a month. So did you get rake-in key money for your rental? No, I don't charge key money. I just charge the first month's rent, the last month's rent, and a cleaning charge. The cleaning charge is about 75% of the actual rental cost, and that'll cover any damages that the tenants make, plus cleaning. So like I have somebody coming in now, tomorrow, so they're going to clean. It's probably going to cost about $400, $300 or so to actually clean the wallpaper, the floors. But Heroux and I last week spent a few hours, cleaning the kitchen and cleaning under the washing machine, all the drains, making sure everything is sanitized. It is a lot of work. But after we rent it out, it basically self-sufficient. So, but other than that, the only problem I don't like and I want to change, but I can't, is this telecall. Basically, when they ring outside, you can see the little camera here, and basically you can talk. It's not the best high sophisticated system, but it is at least something, so that you're not opening up your door blind. I know back in Canada, people knock on my door and I just go open up the door. Hey, oh shit, telemarketers, or whatever. But yeah, here you always have, usually anyways, an intercom system. We do have the remote control for the air conditioning unit. And then this here is the light because, if you're kind of lazy, we do have a decent light here. It is plastic. It's not glass or anything, just in case it ever fell down. We do have the fire alarm thingamajiggy, and we do equip the apartment with this special bottle. I gotta bring it tomorrow, but basically, if you ever had a fire, whether it's in the kitchen or some sort of electronics, you can actually, it's kind of like a fire extinguisher, but I call it a fire bomb. You throw it at the fire and it seriously, instantly, fire is out. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sure you guys have them back home too. But yeah, that's a typical Japanese apartment. It's not very big. I think it is quite self-sufficient for one person. How much room do you really need? Brother, how long did you rent this place? It looks so clean and new. We've had it for about 6 years. I think about 6 years. Hey, Blue Demon, long time. How are you? Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for joining. It's been a long time, brother. Or sister. So we've been renting it. Well, Heroux's been renting, to be honest. We keep it quite clean. I'm a dude. Okay, I know, but just checking, Moving out of the studio. Yeah, we moved out of the studio a couple weeks ago because we finally rented it for the upcoming teaching season. So as a landlord, do you not require to install CO2 and fire alarms? Ours didn't come with them. Well, we do have the fire alarm. I think that's a fire alarm and a CO2. I don't really know, JP, to be honest, but I do know that we have, there's another thing down here behind my bags. So it is, I believe that's the CO2 also. Hey, Andrew, how are you? But other than that, this is pretty much this is the empty studio, a typical Japanese apartment. I think it is quite self-sufficient. Sufficient. I really is not the norm, but do they sell clothes dryers in Japan? Of course. I think, as I walk around one more time here, this room is Rokujo, about 6 or 7 tatami mats. I think that for an apartment this size, the closet, we don't have the typical, what's the word for it, Japanese closet? Shire? Something like that. I want to move to Japan in a couple of years. Hope I can find a place that's cheap then. Did you find a new place at the J Vlog, or are you in the same place? Yeah, that's something you need to update, JP. Aren't washers and dryer double stacked by side? Well, here's the thing, guys. In this apartment, we only provide, in this spot here, a washer. It's typically an older style. Well, they're new, but if you guys have ever seen my apartment, which is not available on video anymore, I have one of those washer and dryer units. I'm going to go outside for a bit here. I want to go have a cigarette, and I don't want to stink up the place. But yeah, just last time here before I go outside, I got to grab my coffee. I do provide manuals for appliances, but I'm getting new appliances, so that doesn't matter. But I think, having a simple sink, you can learn how to cook with one burner and even have a microwave. And this here is the gas heater for the water. Basically, it'll show you your temperature of the water, so on and so forth. So yeah, let's go outside. And again, we're just walking through the Genkan. And I'll turn around and hopefully can give you a bit better of an idea of the living quarters here, which are pretty good, Hey, Leonie, how are you? And that is it. If you move to Japan, I'll come visit you. Is that for Indigo? I might be moving to Japan, finishing up a couple of interviews. Awesome, Blue Demon. That is awesome. All right, so again, this is basically the studio on the outside here. And it's a nice day. It's a cold day. It's a weird day. I have no idea. But that is, real quickly, a typical Japanese apartment. Is that the zombie shelter I see? Hello, Adam. Good morning. It's been oddly warm here in New York City. Really, eh? I like weird days to keep life interesting. I bet they do, right? So guys, I did post a Shinkansen video this morning. I actually got some pretty good views on my Nagoya Oasis 21 video. It's like over 1,400. It just all of a sudden exploded yesterday. I was kind of like, well, for me, explode anything over 1,000 in a day or two is pretty good. So if you haven't watched those, that'd be great. I did make on the Food Sessions channel the corned beef and hash, but the Drew Olympics is still on schedule. Suggestions for events are welcomed. You know what, Adam? We should have a Drew Olympics. Damn. How many cigarettes can I smoke and then run 100 meters? Time for everyone to smash the like button. Yes, Leon, thank you so much, sir. I would appreciate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down, it doesn't matter. Smash something. Oh, and it's very windy today. Wow. It was supposed to be really cold. Jesus. And it just turned out to be a bit of a windy day. So I do have to go to work in about an hour, which kind of sucks. I will be going to a classroom tonight. I'm going to be watching stuff, conversing with all my Filipino friends. Awesome, John. Conversing with Filipino friends is always a good thing. Too bad I couldn't have shown you the mailman. Mailman here in Japan. So no 3-hour live stream, no, not at all. Hey, FN Panda, how are you? Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Well, yeah, the corned beef and hash. A few of you had mentioned on there, pretty good recipe. Under 20 minutes. Some people actually liked how I did the potatoes by doing it in the microwave, and then smashing them up in the frying pan and so on and so forth. So, yeah, honestly, a 3 hour live stream is a bit much. I get carried away half the time, and people don't really watch 3 hour live streams all the time. Yeah, it was quite simple, corned beef and hash. I thought I'd share my recipe. And it's not rocket science, right? I'm not, how do you have so much data? I have 50 gigabytes of data every month. So it's easy. The katakana competition. Who can say the most katakana words in a minute, starting with hot kohi? Yeah, I'd fail that. You know that, Adam. I can't read katakana. Every foreigner learns katakana but me. Go figure, eh? Drew's live streams are during my nightly drinking times. Awesome. 50 gig, yeah. I have 50 gig, but I have only 5 minutes talkie hodai, so I can only talk on my phone for 5 minutes. After that, they will charge me, you know, whatever, 20 cents every 30 seconds or, you know, whatever it is, right? But I pay about $120 a month for $190 is my base, and then anything after that. I pay for the phone on a month because I got the iPhone XR now. I didn't get the 11. So I think I'm paying like $20 a month for 12 months. Yes, I'm with SoftBank, yes. Before I had 20 gig and unlimited talking for $90. And then I changed it to 5 minutes talking with 50 gig because I do more live streams on my phone than talking. I got Line, you know, to talk and so on and so forth. So, but yeah, if you guys have any questions about, you know, what it's like to live in a typical Japanese apartment, hopefully I can answer them for you. You know, some people don't furnish so much. We've cleared everything out because the tenant moving in has all their own stuff except for the refrigerator, washing machine, and microwave, which we supply as part of our contract. But they didn't need anything. I threw a bunch of stuff out. You know, obviously I took a bunch of stuff home that was at my home before anyways. So do you know anything about Toritsu Daigaku? A friend suggested I live there. I do not know actually at all. I'm lazy. I cook bacon in the oven. Oh, I've never cooked bacon in the oven. Do you hear your neighbors very much? Very good question, Cobra. In typical Japanese apartments, you can probably hear the next door person snoring, if they snore. Depends on how many neighbors you have. Here, when I was here at night, I only had one up and one beside me. I could hear the guy beside me snoring, and I could hear the girl or the lady upstairs typically walking around a little bit, not too much, but enough. Hey, Jason, how are you, brother? I've been watching and had to log in to say, Drew! Are your neighbors mostly families or single people? In this here, it's all single owners, I believe. I think there's a little old lady who's been living up here for over 10, 12 years, 15 years. But I think her son lives with her, which is kind of mother and son living in the same one room. They're all built the same. So that is kind of interesting. Japanese apartments, you know, really for anybody that's lived here or knows, insulation is not the greatest here. I'll say that right now. They typically very thin walls. In the wintertime, you freeze your ass off. That's why I saw a lot of people have the kerosene or the oil heaters, or they spend hundreds of dollars like using the heater that I showed you guys earlier. That like I got a bill for a month and it was just $60, and for the last 10 days I've had the electric off, so kind of sucks, right? Polster asks, average cost for utilities in the studio, water, electric, gas, internet. Is there any monthly association fees with the apartment? There are no monthly association fees. Typically it depends on how much you use, but your water is charged every 2 months. Mailman's coming. And here's something cool. This is how they drive around. They drive around on these. That's what the mailman drives around on around the neighborhood, which is kind of funny. And yeah, there he goes. Now, depends on how much aircon and heat you use. Your electric bill can be quite expensive. Gas typically is about 30. If you cook every day, once a day or something like that, gas might cost you $36 a month kind of style thing. So it's not that expensive. I think compared to owning a house back in Canada, my sister was paying like a $300 electric bill every month or every 2 months. It's crazy. From your massive live streams at home. Internet, by the way, I was with a company called JCOM, and excuse me, I was paying $54 a month for internet and kind of like a cable TV kind of style thing. Yeah, and of course the NHI guy, he bugs us every 6 months or so, and you just say, I have no TV, so you can land them before you put up your drywall and your floor. But see, here you can't touch your apartments typically, so the first thing I would do is put up sound insulation as soon as I moved in. You can't do these things though. People don't like. Typically, people don't really hang things on the walls. You don't want to, as a landlord, people put in holes, then you can charge that tenant to replace the wallpaper. $700 for 3 months for me? Wow, Angel Girl. That's crazy. Hi, Mambo. Good evening. I'm just trying to scroll and catch up. JVlog, our 2 space heaters and electric blanket for February shot our electric an extra $7,070. Yeah, I bet. And a lot of people do use electric blankets, and then they wake up and it's like freezing, but you're kind of warm still, right? So cheap and comes in nice looking patterns. Hey, Ram. Hey, JVlog, how's things, bro? They just patch it up afterwards. Yeah, like we do have patch. I've seen people use toothpaste to patch up holes. Some of my teachers have done that in the past. It's kind of funny, but it's not the same. But depends on how minimal the holes really are as to the condition. But the condition in this apartment, for I guess how many years now, 6 years, we've kept it quite well. And again, like I said, I have a cleaner lady coming in tomorrow, and we have a special spray, deodorizer, sanitizer, whatever you call that, that cleans the wallpaper almost to brand new. So some people, like I did smoke for the last few months here, so that's pretty much why Heroux basically is telling me to clean the damn thing, and it's my cost. After a night at the hub, depending on the amount of alcohol, the holes in the wall might increase. You never know, Adam. In your site to my crib, did you some inside or outside? That's hard to get rid of. That doesn't even make sense. Do you get safety deposit back, and why do Japanese apartments charge gratuity money for the trouble of you coming in? A1, typically, like, if you own, of course not, but if we're talking about renting, usually if you're renting from an agency, depending on the agency, typically you would probably be charged the first month's rent and the last month's rent. Then you get charged the gratuity money, and basically that usually equals a month's rent also, which you don't get back. That's basically giving it to the company and to the landlord, brokerage fee, whatever you want to call it, saying thank you for letting me rent. We call it key money, we call it whatever you want to call it. And then they charge a cleaning deposit. Some do, some don't. Typically that can be $300 to $400 to take care of any damages, cleaning fees, so on and so forth. So like to rent a typical Japanese apartment, say at $550 a month, you're looking at almost $2,000 up front to move in. That would be first month's gratuity or key money and cleaning charge. And on top of that, don't forget, hey Luis, how are you, brother? On top of that, you also have to provide your own insurance, which I believe right now is about $140 a year. That's fire insurance. And I believe it might include something, damage insurance of some sort. But if you want like earthquake insurance, and you could get up and up into a lot of costs. So, but typically when you do rent, you are required to buy insurance, and you can buy it directly from the rental agency itself. You should have told Jennifer to come over, Luis. I never see her in my live streams. I was watching her when she first started, but of course I started this. So now don't forget, the bigger your apartment is here, the more expensive it is going to be. One thing, like if you do have a bigger apartment, like our home in Tokyo, like we don't keep all the doors open. So like if we use our floor heater, hi Panda Moon, and that kind of heats up our general area. Our bedroom is ice cold, our den is ice cold, and the genkan, the hallway, and the bathroom are all cold. And I didn't like that at first. I thought, heat, if you're gonna heat up your apartment, heat up your damn apartment. But now it makes sense, because why do you want to heat up rooms that you just don't use? Doesn't make sense, right? So, FN Panda, do people in Japan usually have cleaners? Well, they hire somebody, if that's what you're talking about. As long as the bedroom's warm is fine. Yeah, pretty much, right? Hi, Mew, how are you? Typically, for me, I have an electric blanket that I use. At Tokyo Drew, you are my favorite. Aww. So before I go to bed, I turn my electric blanket on, and I shut the heat off, and it's nice and toasty and warm. It really is. So they said sleeping in a cold area induces deeper sleep. I've heard that too, Betty. And why air-conditioned rooms that you aren't in, right? Exactly, Leon. Tokyo Drew electric blanket product idea. Yeah, I'm still trying to flog off the clock, though. Mindy, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to bring you out of the water and fish. Okay, you're my favorite too. Oh, Joseph. I just got home from church, Ash Wednesday. Hi, Mindy's mom. Says hi and she's doing well. Oh yeah, hi B, by the way, sorry. Is your rent backed up by a guarantor? Good question. Usually when you do rent, you need to have a guarantor who has to be a Japanese person if you're a foreigner living in Japan. Even if you rent from Leo Palace or Able Management or Mini, they usually require a guarantor. And that's just for safety precautions, of course. I believe the whole cleaning fee depends on the situation. If it's a regular move cleaning, or unfortunately something happened in apartment, so people say, yeah, that's true too. So saw an STD clock on eBay the other day. Bids on it were crazy. Right, Adam? Should have got one when they're on sale, man. Now they're all sold out. Well, by the way, people, Adam is probably one of my trolls. But I enjoy having him here. Just reading, still wearing her glasses in case you're an intelligent alien. Hello. My dorm changed me. So I'm going to go show you guys one more time, for those that have joined late, what a typical Japanese apartment looks like again. And Dekwan is my master. I killed him. I bet you are Dekwan, aren't you, Adam? You just got a new name. Are you Dekwan? You got to be deck 1. If you're deck 1, we miss you in the community, bro. Admit it. All right. So again, I'll just back up here one more time. So I can't answer that question. Yeah, must be deck 1. This is typically a garbage area. Every apartment pretty much has them. This here is actually where they keep the gas for the apartment. It's LP gas. And then this is pretty much the unit itself. They do supply or, provide usually a bicycle area because, obviously I plead the fifth. Bye, Leon. They usually do have a bicycle area because, there's a lot of bicycles in Japan. They do have a mailbox area, but also we have mail slots, and then that's the mail area. Oh, hi, John. Thank you for watching my video the other day. I'm actually in Omiya, Saitama, cleaning up my studio apartment. And of course, this here is your little intercom. This is Genkan, or the entrance area. Of course, you have a shoe rack. Again, would you say that bicycles and motorbikes the best way to get around in Japan? Yes, or train. And then, of course, you're walking into here. Now, the electric is off, but this door here opens up into your separate toilet area. Again, for those that hadn't seen this, that is a heated toilet seat with a bidet. Again, the water, when you flush the toilet, comes here. You can wash your hands there if you wanted to. Usually people put a towel here, and you have a small little shelf. So it's not much, but obviously it serves the purpose. And the reason I like it, like I said, is if you take a big dump, it's not going to stink up the rest of the room, right? All right. And then as we walk in here, basically you're walking into the kitchen area again. This is a 1-burner kitchen stove, gas, a little sink with a bit of counter space, and then you have a bit of storage down there. And what I forgot to tell you guys is because there, you don't see cupboards. So here, I bet you people would actually, we did have a kitchen cabinet thing here to put your dishes and your forks and knives and stuff. This is where you would keep your refrigerator. I will close the door here. That's to go out to the apartment. And then, of course, it is dark, guys. I apologize, but this is basically your vanity for washing your hands, obviously, so on and so forth. This is where you would actually put your washing machine. And then, of course, you have your small little shower area, which is pretty cool that it is separate. Hey, Chris, how are you? And then it opens up into the small room. Now, this was the studio. The bed was here, if you guys have watched my videos. I did have some carpet laid down. And then I had my PC all along here. I actually had a TV over here. And it comes with an air conditioning unit. When you own apartments, by the way, you have to actually buy your own. If you're renting, it'll come with one of these. But typically, if you own, when you buy one of these places, they're not going to come with air conditioning heater units. And this is, or lights, actually. Like, you have to buy your own lights. That's like a $50 or $60 light just because it's like got dim switches and things like that. So, what is A1 saying? Isn't it more expensive if toilet and bathroom sink is separated versus a unit bath? I don't think so. Not at all. So, yes, I'm moving Mew. We've closed down the studio here. And then that, typically a, decent sized closet. And then this is basically the whole area. I'm trying to stand in the corner to give you guys a better look, but it's not too bad. you can actually buy an apartment. Of course you can buy apartments. I don't even understand that question. And then actually on Sunday, we actually have another apartment in Shizuoka, a little town called Izu. We're going to be going down there on Sunday in a few days, and but I'm not going to be able to show you that one. I'll show you. I'm probably going to do a live stream or a vlog on the area of Izu. It's a very beautiful area, so just wanted to let you guys know that. But yeah, that's about it, guys. It's not much to look at, but you know, I'm just going to put the gimbal down and sit on the floor. Ah, there we go. It's comfortable. I would have to say it's comfortable, you know. Oh, wow, sounds like you are a real estate agent as well as working for English teaching school. Definitely not a real estate agent. But, you know, like, it's nothing compared to our apartment in Tokyo. Of course not. Do you own these apartments for investment purposes? Yes. I gotta tell you the truth, and you all know it anyways. I personally don't own these. It's Heroux. So yeah, I can't say, you know, I bought them. No, I'm not gonna. But make a video how to be a minimalist in Japan while you're in an empty apartment. Come on, Dekwan. How far away is the nearest train station? The nearest train station is about a 10-minute walk, but there is a bus stop about a minute away, and that'll take me straight to Omiya Station. Or I can go the other way to Miyahara Station. Wait, she owns all 3 of your pads? Yeah, of course. Here in the US, we cannot purchase an apartment unless you purchase the whole building. We have condos and, oh, okay, I understand now, Mindy's mom. Glad you rented this place out, but sad I can't rent it for a month when I come visit. Yeah, I remember we were talking about that, Tim, and sorry. It would have been pretty easy, but honestly, where this apartment is located, it probably wouldn't have served you any good purpose, to be honest. An Airbnb would probably be better. You know what a 3S bathroom is, don't you? A 3S bathroom? No, I don't. I struck gold. I don't want to open a controversial topic, then don't. But do you find it true that non-Japanese people in Japan have a very hard time renting an apartment? Yeah, you know what? That's a controversial topic in a way, but it's something that a lot of people don't talk about. And there is discriminatory factors involved. A lot of people don't want to rent to foreigners. They don't know how foreigners live. They don't understand. They think that, you know, things will get ruined, and you know what? Sometimes they do. So it's a good question, A1. That's usually why it's difficult for a lot of foreigners to rent, typically through agencies, unless if they don't have a guarantor. Sometimes people can live in share houses and things like that. You can live with deck or me. But yeah, no, it's a good question, A1, because there is a bit of discriminatory factors involved, and it's kind of, I don't know what to say. It's kind of, it got me thinking, but you know, there are things out there that, you know, some of the older landlords, sometimes, you know, like you might have an apartment building owned by somebody, and they use like Able Management Company or Mini, or, you know, whatever ones they are. And, you know, you go to the rental agency, they're okay to rent it to you, but then they phone the landlord and say, is it okay to rent to a foreigner? So sometimes that happens too. That's not true. They just don't want to rent out to you, Drew. Kidding? Yeah, pretty much, right? Are you moving to Hiromi's house? The website guides you lists guides you friendly apartments. It does, yeah. I'm curious about that. Really good question, A1. This guy's in respects people's homes. I even asked to use the restroom in his friends' homes. I know over 15 years. Tokyo Drew, off topic, but I saw Moko Hong Kong posted that the sakura tree across from their shop started blooming, or some of the trees. I haven't seen any yet, Bayou. You'll be here soon though. Yes, have a friend in that area. She had a hard time renting. She's from the UK. Absolutely, right? Nice, scattered all over. Good. All right, caught up. So that's you know, kind of a lot of information on typical Japanese apartment. Sometimes, like when you do rent, contracts are for about 2 years. Sometimes you can basically get a new 2-year contract without having to pay any money. Sometimes you actually have to pay more key money, typical another month's rent, for another 2-year contract also. You don't really hear it so much anymore, but yeah, usually it's that way, usually. So it all depends. But yeah, hopefully you like this, guys. I will be going soon. If you don't have any other questions, I will wrap up the typical Japanese apartment. And then yeah, I think coming up, did you get that online? Big probably, yes, we escaped Cambodia. They get so annoyed, So I'm just happy that you guys are all here. I do appreciate the fact that a lot of you have joined up. Like I was in Nagoya, so some of you did miss me with the best chicken wings in Japan at Yamachan's. Hopefully you rewatched that video. Tomoko is an amazing woman. Is it possible to break the contract you had for whatever reason? What would the procedure be if that's the case? You'd be charged probably a lot of money. Pretty much. You do get penalized for breaking contracts. So when you rent out, are you renting direct or hiring an agent? No, direct. So we, I don't want to give it away how we do it, JVlog, but yeah, we do, well, we advertise, but through 2 companies. Oh, my battery is going to be dying soon. So love you, Amachans. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that you never rush these live streams. Hey, you know what? I never want to. So give me 1 second here. I think I've cleaned up enough, and I'm just checking to make sure everything is locked. Kind of windy out, so I got to do up my jackets, and we're gonna get out of here. Gonna get out of here. Because it's a little cold. And I have my agency bag. Don't ask. We'll go for a little bit of a walk. I don't have much, I forgot my charger, so I can't waste a lot of time on here, but coolness. Have a great day or night, everyone. Sweet dreams, John. Mask time. See, I look better now, don't I? Let the slagging begin. Good question, Konamon. How hard is it to evict people? I've never run across that, to be quite honest, so I don't know. But I bet you know, we're in Japan, so I bet you there's a lot of different, much better go for the pay. The first one of the day, Adam, and you get it. You know what, J-Vlog, you're right. 1Ks do come at a premium. A lot of people are looking for them. Because, yeah, typically they're a lot cheaper than, renting a big-ass... Tokyo Drew, the mask makes you look better. Jason! I bought the reusable mask for my trip in April. It was $25. Damn. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to put you guys on a ledge. Or try to put you on a ledge. Have a look. Okay. All right. Let's go show you a little bit of the area as I make my way to work. Now, of course, the area, there's not much to the area, but and it's very windy out. My God. You can see some nice bonsai trees kind of over there. It's really nice to have a neighborhood. And then, honestly, right beside us, there's another typical apartment right there. But check out these trees. Like, how gorgeous is that? Just to have, in your neighborhood. It's pretty freaking awesome, eh? Yeah. Again, this apartment here, has its garbage area, has its bicycles, and it's all mixed in with, you got your garbage information. It's all mixed in together, which makes it pretty cool. So, I like this house here actually as a Japanese house. Who is the purple? Let me see who that is. Nice neighborhood. Oh, it's Busab. I think that's pretty cool myself. Does your flight have a... No, it doesn't. Honestly, I was talking about this here earlier. This is the typical renting space. Somebody owns this and you can rent it out. So yeah, guys, this is kind of the neighborhood. And... oh, nice Beamer. Well, I feel like I'm that big anyways. Not sure. Now I got to get my ass out to work, which about, 20-25 minute bus ride. I could take the train. It's 2 stops to Omiya Station, but the bus, you can relax and enjoy. And yeah, these are like, a lot of people have like those kind of gardens because there's not much space. See, like that's the back of somebody's house. It's not much at all. Here's some more Japanese apartments. These are probably all 1K, maybe a bit bigger. No, they look like 1Ks also. This here is by Able Management. Again, parking spaces. These are probably rentable. And then that's what another typical apartment would look like. But you also have like the big apartments in front of me. Those are, we would call those like mansions, condos. Those are older, in my opinion. But those are probably your 2 LDKs, like a 2-bedroom with living room and dining room and kitchen, things like that. And I am just walking to the bus. I could have went to the other bus stop, but I thought 7-Eleven. So, you know, a few blocks away, you know, you do have a 7-Eleven here. Across the street, you do have Welsia, which is a drugstore. Sorry guys, I can't read comments right now either. Sorry. You do have a vegetable. This is a local vegetable store. They're a little expensive actually, but still some good stuff in there. This here is an actual Japanese daycare center. See, it got roped off, let the kids play outside, whatever they're gonna do. And then across the street here is the Belk. That's your typical, well, one of your grocery store chains. There's so many of them around. And Welsia is your drugstore, kind of cleaning products, houseware products, whatever else you want to call it. So and then looking up to the corner here, there's a restaurant up here, Suzunoki's. The guy dressed up as Mario or Luigi or somebody like that. It's freaking hilarious half the time. But yeah, that's pretty much the area of, I'm in it's in North Omiya, a place called Kitaku. And the bus stop is over there. I just hope that the bus doesn't come while I'm live streaming, because that would suck. I gotta wait another 20 minutes. And then bus stops here, just that white and blue sign there. Nothing spectacular, of course. And people, that is it for this live stream. Pheng, thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. You can see here I'm taking bus number 42 that says Omiya Eki Higashiguchi, east exit. So yeah guys, that's it. If you have any other questions about typical Japanese apartments, please leave it in the comments after it's posted. I'm sure I'll see you guys again real soon. Until then, keep it real, keep it raw, stay true to yourself, because I always do. Later guys, thank you. Oh, and by the way, Michelle, no, I haven't opened the package. That's a separate vlog coming pretty soon. Bye.